Hey guys. Oh, hi Helen. Oh, that's no problem. Hi. How's everyone? Nice to see you. Happy Monday. And I don't know where we were, but happy bank holiday. Hi Jude. I'm currently celebrating my bank holiday with a nice large glass, rather large glass, of rhubarb vodka, and I'm neat. I need a drink. It's been a stressful day. Hi Maya. Hello everybody, just coming in. And it's very yummy. Just what the doctor ordered. As you can see, today we are kicking off May with Mer-May. So typically May is dedicated in the art world to mermaids. It's similar to Inktober, where Inktober you get a different challenge each day. There is a May event which is called Mer-May, and it's practically the same during May, but so I thought I would bring that into the colouring community and do a Mer-May month, and we were going to kick off with Mayumi Ogihara, and this is her Dreaming of Aquamarine Tides piece of this absolutely hunky, gorgeous merman. And I chose this one because it's nice to see a merman. We don't get many mermans, male mers, in colouring and images. And I saw him and I just thought he's very striking, very handsome. And I thought it'd be a great piece to colour off our mermaid, because mermaid is not just mers are not just mermaids, the mermans, mer children, you know, non-binary, and all that. So thought we'd kick off with him. And let's see who's just coming into the house. Hi Nancy. Hi Gary. Hi Anna. Hi Kim. Hi Robin. Have I missed anyone? No, that's everyone in the house at the moment. So I'm going to start off by kicking off with this. I've also got a few things to show you, so I thought I'd get that done now. Hi Nana. Hi Shannon. So I've got a few bits on me travels into our city centre, which is a bit of a distance. I have two city centres here, which I call a city. My main city centre is Newcastle, which is the big city centre. But where I live, our city centre is Durham, which is a small city. So we have different cities that are close by. So I went to Newcastle Town City, and there's an art shop there, details, or just orders art supplies, and craft supplies as well. I've got some Canson paper, illustration paper. It's very thick, 250 GSM. It's pure white, LD for pencil, ink, marker, and watercolor. It is a lovely paper. You only 12 sheets, but it was something like less than £4 anyway. So that's quite good. But the only problem is my printer doesn't seem to want to take. I think 250 might be a bit too thick for my printer. It's just a home printer. It's a HP Envy, so it's not really designed to take thick paper like that. But I can still use it for drawings or transfers, just different things. Other thing that I got as well. Oh, it's on the bottom of the pile, which I should hopefully be able to put through. Is the I'm I got it into a natural because I thought it'd be really nice for portraits. Hi, Nancy. Oh, I thought I saw another Nancy going. I've always said hello, Nancy. Hi again, Nancy. And it's like this nice creamy tone color, so it's like a sandy color. So I thought that would be really good for portraits. Now I'm thinking maybe in print I might not take it, but for me drawing that'll probably do. And great for pan pastels as well. Happy birthday, Kim. And I'm not singing, sorry. I don't want to ruin your birthday. I got some books that I've been after for such a long time. And I got these myself. So I got this out of my own little bit of pocket money. So I got the first Momo Girl. I have got Momo Girl Couldn't Have an Issue. And all them images are from this one. There is images in here that aren't in the current heaven. You've probably all seen it, but you know, a spoon one I've been after for a long time. In the UK, it's quite hard to get these books because on Etsy the shipping costs are quite high, and they tend to come from either USA or Korea. I'll just zoom out, guys. Hi, Melody. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, darling. If you want to lurk away, that's fine. I know you've not been feeling very well. I hope you're feeling better soon, pet. And there's some absolutely stunning already colour work in here. And I just love her style. Now, I'm just going to test the lighting, guys. 2 seconds. It's too high. There we go. That's better. I'm not singing. And the paper is quite thick. It is smooth, but I can see there's grains in the paper, so that means it has tooth. So pencils will be fine. Markers would have been lovely, but because they're double-sided, then obviously I'm not going to use alcohol markers on this. Your Neo should be absolutely fine, like Neo 2s and things like that. And I am hoping to do an image from this soon, once I catch up with pictures. And Mer-May is just all going to be mermaids, so I do apologise. You're probably going to be sick of seeing mermaids by the end of May. I will apologise in advance, but that's what this month is. You'll probably see it of a lot of colour groups and channels as well. I've already coloured this one, actually. I coloured this one in the Current Heaven issue, and I got a lot of compliments for it, actually. I would show you guys, but I don't know if you have it to hand. It's upstairs somewhere. I'll probably have to get the translation scanner on my phone and read what it says, because I'm guessing this either has some information from Momo Girl herself about her thoughts and her inspiration about drawing of this, or there might be a bit of a story about this certain individual. Like these lovely twins here. Yeah, not Mr. Mer-Man. But yeah, it's nice paper actually, and it's a lovely book. I'm so glad I managed to get it. And as I was saying before, it's quite difficult in the UK to get these, you know, these luxury books from Etsy because they're always dispatched from either Korea or the US, and usually you tend to spend nearly, or if not more, than the cost of the book just to get it over here. But I managed to get this from a UK store, which is by a Etsy store called Stationery Corner, and that's owned by a lovely lady called Jessica, and she's absolutely lovely, and she packaged this so well. It was actually in 3 layers, and then each book was actually cellophane wrapped as well. And then she gave these little cutesy stickers, Japanese stickers, little Disney ones, and I don't know who this is, but it's cute. And I thought I could keep these and use these for sending out like cards or mail to subscribers. Is like a little extra, maybe put them on the envelope or something. Just like a little touch. But yeah, I just love this sort of Oriental style that she has for going, and just the softness of the lines that she has. And I like how it's not flat line art, and it's not full on grayscale. It's in between. I absolutely love that. It's like a demi grayscale or a semi grayscale, whichever you prefer to call it. Now, when I first saw this one, I actually thought this one was a guy, but obviously not. But yeah, it's not. Because I remember seeing a flip through, because I didn't really get to see the flip through, you know, in a slow motion. I automatically saw this and I thought it was a guy because I didn't obviously see the full thing. It went by so quick. And I was like, oh, a nice surprise to see a guy in the book, but actually it's not. It's a lady. So yeah. I did, Helen. Yes, I'll get on to that in just a moment. I think, was it Maya? Maya, was it you that did this in group? No, I don't think it was. Was it somebody in group did this and it was lovely? I think it was Margella. Margella did that. Hi, Suze. So yeah, there's some lovely images in here, and it's some nice to see some ones that I've not seen before from the Colour in Heaven issue. And you obviously get the extra page with the information on, which you'll probably be able to translate, and then you get the wallpaper, which you can choose to colour. This one wasn't in Colour Heaven, it's quite nice. I quite like this, you know, this Bollywood-esque Indian style. Yin and yang sort of thing. Now, what I did find a little bit strange about this book is that the title page, like this looks like a title page and it's towards the back. But I don't know if where Momo Girl comes from, if they read back to front, because I know some countries and cultures do that, they read from back to front. And that's it, guys, for that one. Absolutely beautiful book. Glad to have that one in the collection. And then obviously I couldn't get the first book without getting the second, could I? So I've got the second book as well. And this is Momo Girl. I think it's Girls with Song. The first one's Girls with Poem. This one's Girls with Song. Or Girls with Music, one of the two. I think that's what it translates to. And then this one actually came with some lovely little cards. I've not opened these yet. No problem, Ellie darling. If you you lurk away and try and relax and get yourself better. But these cards are absolutely beautiful. Like little postcards, but the little prints actually. And they're absolutely beautiful. And all these images are in the book. And you can actually use this as inspiration for colour as well, because these are coloured absolutely stunning. And so yeah, these are nice to have. And when I get my studio set up, I'll probably put these up around my studio area as inspiration. Hey, Becky. So our title page. Try and move this along. So same format again, exactly the same paper. You got your printed images here. They are absolutely stunning, I know. And look at this beautiful double page with this angel. I think this is actually supposed to be Momo herself, because there's an illustration of her in the back and it looks like it's this image. Now I will say this feels completely, you can tell it's the same artist obviously, but this is a completely different vibe to the first one. The first one's very sweet, very florally, where I find this one is quite more dramatic and a little bit dark. It's got a little bit of a gothic, like a romantic gothic sort of vibe to it. Thanks, Nancy, for dropping by. Take care, hon. There's a lovely mermaid there. There's the one for Mer-May. Nice mer. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a romantic gothic sort of like what you get in quite a lot of like anime sort of scene, like storylines. It's like a romantic gothic style, like anime, not manga, because manga is quite cutesy and pop, and but anime is a little bit, can be a little bit more like dark fantasy, romantic. That one's a pretty one. You can't get these on Amazon. You can get them from Etsy. But as I was saying before, because I know sometimes buying books on Etsy for us in the UK is quite a bit of a pain. But what you can do, Suze, is you can actually go onto Etsy, type in stationery corner, and the store owner, that's called Jessica, and she's based in Manchester, and she stocks the Momo Girl books and a few other Asian books as well. So have a look on there, because she dispatches from the UK, and it's going to be a lot less cost for you to get it from her than it's going to be from, say, from America or Korea. Hi, Dev. So you have got a few little cutesy ones. Now this is absolutely stunning mermaid one. This is absolutely beautiful double page spread. I'll probably have to come back another time outside of Mer-May to do this one, because it's probably going to take about 4 streams to get this done. It's an absolutely beautiful piece, especially if I'm going to have to use pencils, because I don't want it to bleed through. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if I did markers on this side, because it's only that on that side. But if I did it on this side, I'll lose that image. So yeah, absolutely beautiful books. And I've already seen quite a few of these coloured on other streams as well. And also in Facebook groups and on Instagram. I love that. So you've got the full length here, and then you've got the close-up, which is really nice. I've noticed a lot of Asian books do that. They do a close-up and then they do the full image. You've got some music here. As I say, it's girls with music. And again, I think that's Momo herself. And this is her imagination. Again, I think this is Momo. So you got some more relaxed doodly styles in the back here. And then you get into more detailed. Now this is a beautiful double page, very dark. You've got this gentleman here and this female Grim Reaper sort of character. And Belinda did a nice job on her channel on this one. And these ones are really dark because you have the dark right in here, and these are more like a dark grayscale. So I think we've got like a light and dark sort of theme going on. Hi, Abby. But yeah, I quite like the dark theme. This is very dark, but I think once you add the colour in this, it's just going to pop. And then you've got a shrunken size of that Mer-May, which is a double page spread. So your double page spreads, you do get them in the back on a single page. If you wanted to come as a single page as well, which is a nice little bonus. So that's it, guys. That is the second Momo Girl book, Girls with Nick. And another thing I got from Stationery Corner from Jessica is I got the Forest Girl Premium Edition. Now, I don't know whether to call this the second in the series or if it is actually just the same book, but Premium Edition with different images. I'm not sure how Apple, I don't know how she's marketed this, but it's absolutely beautiful. This, hard cover, and the paper in this is much nicer than the first one. Now, I'm not saying the first book has horrible paper. It is still nice, but it's a lot more smooth, and the book's not as long. This is quite a longer book, but the paper in this is thicker and it has a bit more texture to it while still being smooth. So I really like the paper on this one. Bye, Shannon. And then this is like your tester page. Again, you can probably just test your materials out on these little bits here. And these come in parts as well, so it's kind of like a chapter, like a story. And you do have some English translation. And then on each page, you'll get the colour and image. It has got lines for you to, I don't know, I don't think it's perforated. No, it's just got lines in there so you can cut them out if you want to. It comes with the colour and image here, and then you have the original coloured image that she done, and then in English it tells you title, Pretty Things from the Forest, and that was done in 2018. So it's kind of like an artist edition book, this, and it's really nice. And I have got the first book, and I do love it. I think I'll consider this as a second book, even though it doesn't say number 2, because the images are pretty much completely different from what I can see. I can't recall the first one completely, but the images don't really strike me to be the same. And it's a bit more cutesy. It's not as realistic as, say, Momo Girl, so it's quite nice and more illustrative in the sense of it's more caricature, and sometimes it's just nice to have a bit of a change. But still, obviously, got lovely detail and shading in for you as well. It's absolutely stunning book. We have some absolutely talented and beautiful Asian illustrators and artists out there, and they do fantastic work. And I just tend to love a lot of art that I do like comes from that part of the world. Big Dreamcatcher. I love Dreamcatchers. I've got a big Dreamcatcher myself. I used to have one in the car as well, actually. This makes me think of the new Mary Poppins Returns, if anyone's seen it. There's a scene in that which very much reminds me of this. And then the boys. Hope everything's all right, Dev. You know you've got my support. Hi, Nick. It's no problem, hon. You've got. I know you've. Obviously, you were putting the little one to bed and busy playing mum and doing all sorts of adult stuff. But it's good that you're here now. You can be part of the big kids now. You're in the big kids club. Dev, is that a question to me? I meant to ask you about the ABT set. What's ABT? I don't know if I'm just having a bit of a bleh moment. ABT. Oh, that's good. She tends to be quite well in that respect, Nicola, doesn't she? And she's very polite and behaved. So you're doing a good job. All right, no problem. Hi, Holly. Oh, you got the stationary corner. Oh, thanks, Helen. Yeah, the lady on there, she's called Jessica, and she's absolutely lovely. She's based in Manchester in the United Kingdom. So if you're from the United Kingdom or surrounding country, it'll probably be cheaper for you to get it from Jessica than it would be to say from the Etsy stores in Korea or in the USA. Obviously, if you're from that side of the pond, then I probably would stick with the other shops, the other stores. It's a nice Christmas one. So what I do like is you get a bit of everything in here, a bit of different themes. You get autumn, winter, spring, and summer. So there's something for every single part of the year. I've got Romantic Country Part 3 because I've got the first two. I haven't coloured them yet, but I do really want to colour in them. I'm not going to do a full flip through because you've probably seen them all before. So I'll just do a quick flip. If you do want any full flip throughs at any of these books, I'm more than happy to do so. Just pop a request in the comments and I'll happy to do one. It's not a watercoloring book, Helen. It's the same book that I have, but it comes with a watercolor set. So you're paying more for the watercolor paints. So yeah, this is a rather nice book, and I can probably see Nicola doing some nice stuff in here. This is the type of thing I normally see Nicola colour. Honor as well. I've probably seen Honor do some nice stuff in here. And I think that was all three books. The third one's probably my favourite. There's a good variation of images in this, and again for more seasons. Hi Morticia. Eventually got this, which I've been after for absolutely so long. I got it from, I managed to find it at a good price with a good shipping from Bock, which is a Swedish website, BOK, and the shipping was only like £4, if that, and the book was about £9. So I actually got the book for less than the listing price at Printworks website. And with Printworks, you have to pay £10 international shipping no matter what you purchase. So I think a lot of you have probably seen this. So I'm just going to go back to front and show you a quick flip. These are double sized as well. Again, if you want us to do a full flip through, I will do. Just leave a comment and I'll do a separate video for a flip through. Because if I go through every single page and chat about every single page, I'm not going to get any colouring done. It's a lovely book. So happy with that. It's the same company that prints the books, Maria Troll, and the Carolina books as well. So you know what quality you're going to get with them. You know what paper you're going to get. I've got the Briar book, which is another one I've been after for a while, because as you know, I like anything fantasy. And this comes with lovely coloured illustrations as well for you to look at. And then I'll just go from back to front again. Paper on this is rather thick. So what happens is that you get an illustration on the right hand side, then you get a little illustration on the left hand side. So if you wanted to, you could use markers and then sacrifice that little image on the back. But it's quite thick, so it's not actually flipping properly when I'm doing it this way. Hey Pat. So yeah, these are absolutely lovely illustrations, fantasy themed. And I know Deb's got this book as well. We'll probably do quite a lot of buddy colours in this because we do kind of like the same thing. We're very much into that fantasy vibe, comic sort of style as well, like comic books and sci-fi, all that sort of stuff. Which is obviously going on to my next thing. I am very soon going to be doing a comic book colouring month. So a hashtag's going to be comic style, like a graphic novel. And we have, so I have the Zenoscopes. I do have another one. I've got the original book as well. But Zenoscope kind enough to send me these to feature on a bit of a review and a bit of a feature for that particular month. So when I schedule that in. And So yeah, I just thought we'd do something and maybe just come up with a bit of a theme. This one is actually a comic book which you colour. So if you ever wanted to colour your own comic book, then these are a good opportunity too. And I've got another one which is Belle the Beast Slayer, which is in that sort of style. And they also do books where it's just illustrated. These are a little bit raunchy, by the way, so I will pre-warn you. Well, maybe that one's not. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. I've got the first one of this coming as well. So I'll keep these to another time to show you guys. So just another time, maybe when we're going more into that comic sort of style. A buddy colour series is where you basically you colour the same image as somebody else together, and then you get to see each other's results at the end. So it's a bit of fun. So if you've got a friend who colours, then you and that person can colour the same image. You colour along together. Obviously, you don't have to be at the same. You don't have to be there with each other at the same time. But you just colour it in your own time, and then together at the end, you just show your results to each other. It's quite fun. Just want to say a bit of a thank you as well. The lovely Nana got me this book. I was down, and so Nana Mo got us this book. So I just want to say thank you to Nana Mo. And it's Anne Stokes, and I've been loving Anne Stokes' work at the moment. She's probably the fantasy queen of everything. So again, I have a fantasy feature coming up soon, so I'll show this as well. But this is just absolutely stunning, and I've seen this as a canvas print, and I just think that would be absolutely beautiful on the wall. Hey, Christine. Holly, sorry, darling. Which image were you talking about? Sorry, I was too busy looking down away from the screen. But yeah, this is full of dragons. So if you like your dragons, then you'll probably like this. Probably be a bit of a tough one for Christine, this one, because I know she loves calling her dragons, but it's also got quite a lot of people in this as well, so it's a bit of a mix. So I feel like you're probably gonna have to like both in order to like this book. Is that better? There's Green Man again. So if anybody who was on Dev's stream last night knows that they've seen this image, and I just obviously wanted to give a little thank you gift to, and I sent him a canvas of the Oak King, which is this. So it's in the book for you to colour as well. I know Dev was keep saying Herb Leonard because I know it's his favourite artist at the moment, but it's actually Anne Stokes. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint Dev, it's Anne Stokes. But I know you like Anne Stokes as well. Oh, you have, Christine? Yeah, Anne Stokes is absolutely fantastic. I was just saying though, the dragons, I can see you coloring them. But I remember having a conversation not long ago in another chat, whereas when you were talking about not really enjoying coloring a lot of people. Why is he all over? Is he so special? Who's so special, Matisha? Are you talking about the Green Man? Oh, talking about the Green Man. Yeah, I know. I think it's kind of like a fantasy favorite, the Green Man. Hey, Anna. That's absolutely fine, hon. And then obviously get some coloured images in the back, which are absolutely lovely, and these are on a very shiny, glossy paper. You can use these as inspiration, or if you want to, you can probably cut them out and put them up as posters. Absolutely stunning. Now, I can't tell whether these are painted or if they're done digitally. They do look digital, but it could just be that good a painting that it looks digital. So that was that. Absolutely lovely book. I got these unexpectedly. I think you've seen these before on Didi's channel this just a few hours ago, and these were randomly sent to me by Aaron himself. So I worked with Aaron in the past at Christmas time, and I showed his Baker's Dozen colouring book, and I think he's just sent me these as well. They're a little bit, I don't know how to describe them, a little bit different to the Baker's Dozen. And so much because what they've done is it's done in like a photo color. This is done in a collage style. It's very strange. Not really something I'd probably color. I'd probably read the story, but I'd probably not use it as a coloring book. Laser print sort of coating on it, so it's very difficult to put anything down on a sort of laser print ink. Well, it's not ink; it's just burnt into the paper, really. So that's that. That's not me being ungrateful. I appreciate it. I like to show you guys these because even if it's not something for me, it could be something for someone else. You know, it's got an absolutely lovely story, so you know you can appreciate the story as well. And some people like this sort of thing. It's quite wacky and it's quite comical. But that's the Baker's Dozen that I showed, and I do like the illustrations in that book. You also have the Quackling, which is by the same artist as the Baker's Dozen, so I probably would be interested to have a look at that one. And then you also have the Sea Kings, and I'm quite interested in looking at that one as well because the illustrations look quite nice. And then you've got this Amazing Grays, which is all photos. Now, I think you'd like this one, but I probably wouldn't color this myself. I'd probably use it as an art book. So look through it as an art book for inspiration. Hey Sharon, welcome. Nice to have you. So yeah, you saw this before on these. And then lastly, before I get into the colouring, I've treated myself to this book, Falling Angels. And I've not seen many coverage on this book before. And it's a shame because the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. I showed Nana it and she bought herself it. And I know Dev would like it. Dev's got his coming tomorrow, his version of it on his channel tomorrow. It is on Create Space paper, but we can work with that. But the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. It's got this sort of anime sort of style to it without it looking too typical anime. Very much like Mardel Rubio. Like it has that sort of Mardel Rubio look to it. So anybody who has like Mascara, Serena, zodiac signs, probably know what I'm talking about. So it's a lovely little book, and it was so inexpensive. It was something like £5.40. And the artist, sorry guys, I didn't give the artist some. It's by Ena Beleno, so it's ENA, and then Beleno is BELENO, and this is from Amazon. It's an Amazon Create Space print, and it's called Falling Angels. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's the images are really good, and I'm quite surprised she has not had as much YouTube coverage or promotion as I think it should, because the images are absolutely beautiful. I think if this was in a more premium sort of style, premium paper coloring book, it'll probably be a bestseller. I'm not saying anything bad about Amazon CreateSpace. I know a lot of artists use that as a way to get into publishing, which is great. But I'm just saying that because if it was on a different sort of paper, and it was one of those Etsy sort of premium style books, it probably would sell like hotcakes. But because it's on Amazon, sometimes it's quite hard to sit there going through all these different books, especially if it's a new book, and without actually having all that promotion done for you, then your book's not really going to get a lot of cover. Probably correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my interpretation of how it works. It is a good book. I think, Christine, everyone has their own reason, don't they, to why they use Amazon. A lot of people afford to pay out for a private printer, or a lot of people sometimes struggle to find a publisher that suits them. And some people just like to be independent and independently publish. That tells you about NR herself. So yeah, absolutely beautiful book. Get a tester back there. So that was Fallen Angel, guys. So I would highly recommend you give this book a look, because it's been out for a while now, and I think I can see now that it's had a bit of YouTube coverage, and I think Dev's going to show it tomorrow. I can probably see a lot more people going for this, because this sort of style you see of it in a lot of coloring channels, and in a lot of Instagram and Facebook groups as well. And if you like Mardell Rubio, I think you'll love this. So that's Fallen Angels, guys. Now we'll get on with the colouring. So again, this is the Mr. Mer-Man, Hunky Mer-Man, by Mayumi Ogihara, and it's called Dreaming of Aquamarine Tides. So he is kicking off our mermaid season. So this is Mer-May season. This is Mer-May. So yeah. That's fine, Christine. As I say, everyone has their own reason, and I'm not really wanting to get into politics. All I was just trying to explain is that without having YouTube coverage on a certain book that's from Amazon, then your Amazon listing's not going to be very high up on the list, is it? But if it has YouTube promotion and it has coverage, then people are going to buy it, and the more times people buy it, the higher up the list and higher on Amazon it'll be when you search for coloring books. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Coin in the Wall pencils. That is correct, Morticia. That is very correct. It is very handsome meal. So I'm just going to start on with this, guys. I'm just going to just change the lighting a little bit. Holly, this is from Mayumi's website. It's not from a book. It's actually a single page. So I'll just put in the link for the Etsy store. Just bear with me one moment. So that's the UK link there, guys. And then I'll put in the USA link as well. Oh, you beat me to it, Helen. Okay, so we have our polycolor skin tones, grays, and then the 72 set as well. So let's have a look. So what we're going to start with. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do a base of marker on it as well. Because with it being quite a, that's quite a dark grayscale-ish here. Hey, Nick and Tina. I think if it's saying hey, bro, I'm guessing that's Nick. Hi, Nick. Right, okay, so let's use this turquoise. Now, with the marker, I'm not going to be very precise. It's probably going to go outside the lines. And as I say, anyone who's new, it's just because the marker is going to work as an undertone. So when I go over the top with it in pencil, you'll start to see the details more. So I'm going in with turquoise, so it's like a greeny blue rather than just going straight in with a blue. But I am making sure I go around these bubbles because I don't want to colour them. I will just use pencils for those. Now, guys, I do have some Copics coming sometime this month. I think it's going to be at the end of the month. So eventually I'm going to be able to test the Copics and actually have them as part of the collection, which I've been after for so long. So they're on the way, and it'd be quite nice to be able to use a brush tip and to be able to refill them as well. Thanks, Morticia. Yeah, it's been a mix of weather. It's been hot and now it's freezing. All right, so I'll leave that for now because that's going to be later. Okay, so hey, Shara. So again, it doesn't look like I'm much at the moment. This is dry. I'm just doing a base layer on marker so I can get the pencil. It's better. And I think for the water, I might go over the top instead of going over the top with pencil. I might go over with pastel pencil because it'll get that nice blend from here into the skin, and then you can get the water as well. So I'm only going to go with this marker on the bits where that are white. That's quite grey. That's going to be left out because that's going to remain dark. Hi, Pat. Can everybody see him okay? So we'll get the portrait set up first. I think it might look a little bit blurry because I think it's quite a light grayscale. So until I put more detail into it, you're probably not going to see it lift off the page because it is a very muted grey. I think if it was a darker grey, then it would probably be no problem. So I'm going to do is we're going to be working from dark to light. So we're going to start with our shaded areas. So I think, and also with the shades, they're going to look a bit more blue. So in the portrait set, we have this blue. So I am going to use that as our shaded area because it'll be the reflection and the depth from the sea. Maybe if I try and turn down the brightness on the camera, it might be better. Actually, 2 seconds, guys. There we go. Does that look better? Hey, Connie. Oh, thanks, Suze. I have 2 large ones. Got one on my wrist, on my forearm, which is this lovely Buddha with fallen petals and then a rose. I got the grinder. And then on the top of my arm on the right side, going up to my shoulder, I have a tiger and a lily. A tiger that's peering out of jungle leaves, and then there's a lily that's growing out from the leaves, which I've just called that tiger lily. Original. That was a cover up actually from a holiday tattoo, which was terrible. So yes, moral of the story, guys: if you go to Bulgaria, don't get a tattoo, especially after a few drinks. So yeah, that was a cover up. Oh, bless you, Sharon. But it's nice knowing that you're tuning in today, because then it's nice knowing that you've been watching them back, and that's nice. Even if you can't join, you can watch them back, and it's nice that people do. I know a lot of people prefer to join the live because they like to interact, and I'm the same. I like to be involved in the lives when I can, because I prefer to be able to interact. Which is why I do like the fact that we have a schedule, a YouTube schedule with everyone's times when they're due to go on, because when if you've got a bit of free time, you know who you're going to be able to join in their stream, and then you'll be able to interact. And then I'm just going to take this. It's kind of like a pinkish, muted pink, just to go over the top of this blue a little bit on the edges. I know it's looking a bit harsh at the moment, but once we go over the top of it with some skin tones, it'll all blend in. Now, polycolors are, you probably automatically assume they're going to be like a dupe to polychromos, but actually they're not. They feel a lot more like a Pablo, a Caran d'Ache Pablo, than a polychromos. A bit of the dark purple here. I'm just going to lightly add on the dark purple rather than not adding much pressure. Just catching up on chat, guys. So yeah, I've had a bit of a mixed day. I'm not going to go into depth about it, but had a bit of a mixed day. I've started off with the day really well. I've got organised for the entire month of May for streams, which is a little bit unlike me because I'm not the best organised person. So I got all organised for all streams, and got all my housework done. Made sure I've done that. Got all organised, whether it was in the house or for YouTube, guys on Facebook. Seen to the two artists I represent to make sure that I've done some work for them. So I spent a lot of my own time behind the scenes doing current book things, and put a lot of time into it. But then obviously certain things happen and a bit of drama kicks off, and it just really deflates you. Like literally, my mood went from up here, and then I just really deflated, and it's ever since then I've kind of not been in the frame of mind to color, but because of you guys, I've pushed myself to come on to color. So I'm probably not going to get a great result today because, you know, my is a reflection of that. But I'm trying. I'm going to try, guys. What made it worse now is as soon as I was about to come on, my printer wouldn't work because I couldn't print off the image. So it was 1:45 and this image was still wouldn't print. And the last second it printed. So that was stressing me. So it's just been constant stress. So I was ready to throw the towel in. But hubby is very nice. He's going to be taking me to the cinema tomorrow night and have a little bit of a date night together tomorrow. So that'd be nice to spend some time away from the house together. He's quite good like that, bless him. Oh, thanks everyone. It's just disappointing, guys, because you know, you put your heart and soul into something, and I do this absolutely free. You know, I don't get paid for doing this. I don't have enough subscribers to get paid from YouTube. I don't make any money from the artists that I feature. I purely do it to support the artists that are out there to help them make a living, ensure that we still have some great artwork to colour for our hobby. That, you know, because after all, this is a hobby and a passion. But sometimes, after all that hard work that I do put in, which obviously it's all my free time, sometimes, you know, in return, what you do get is a bit of a slap in the face. And sometimes it just throws you off as to why you even bother. But you've got to think, you know, that's probably one bad egg out of a whole batch. And you guys obviously make it very great to be here, and you're very supportive. So I'm just trying to be in the mindset of don't let one person get you down, sort of thing. So yeah, sorry guys. Oh, thanks, Dana. So yeah, we're going to see Avengers Endgame eventually because I've not seen it yet. I know Gary making it very clear that he wasn't impressed. Kind of don't have a choice. I do enjoy them. I'm not going to lie, I do enjoy them. But David's a bit more of a buff for those films. He absolutely adores them. Susan, you'll probably regret that. You might want to revert that message. You'll probably regret that. Yeah, Deb, that's true. Thanks, Sharon. Victoria, that. Welcome back, Shannon. It's looking a little bit disconnected at the moment with the colours. I'm gonna just blend them all in. I'm just trying to think of the light sources here. So these reflections going to be hitting here. These darker parts are going to be here. Probably use this one. So yeah, guys, for the next 4 weeks, we have a Mer-May Magic Monday, and each Monday is going to feature a different artist, and each artist has each artist has a mermaid image that I'm coloring. So this one is by Mayumi Ogihara. She has a 15% off her entire store. Off all her mermaid images up until the 31st of May. If you want to get this image or any of her other mermaid images from Mayumi, just click on our store and it has got 15% off until the end of May. The second one is so that next week that's going to be Razi Anna Mama. I can't pronounce it properly. It's but I think you know what I mean. It's Isabella, and that's going to be mermaid image. It's going to be the one that Belinda did with the long, flowy tail, quite a big tail. So I thought I'd do that because I've been wanting to try that one for a while. Then we have Dawn Davidson, Ocean Queen. And then the last week we have Christine Karen, and we have the mermaid with the jellyfish. And there's going to be a discount for the Christine Karen one. And there'll be more details about that close to the time. But as for Feature Thursday, Feature Thursday is going to be dedicated to rain art. She's an absolutely spectacular artist. And there's a free image for that if you go over to my Facebook group, Colour with Canvas. If you go into events, click on the rain art event, and there's a link there for a free image, and that's only available for free for 2 weeks. And then there's also going to be a 50% off discount code for anybody who joins the stream on Thursday or wants to take part in the event. That's a good exclusive discount code. Who's being slapped? I'm walking into chat and seeing that. Obviously, we do not promote violence on this channel. I need my blender pencil. So Slender and Luminance. Bye, Sue. Thanks for joining. And then we'll go over the top with the Splendor blender. Now, where I've put this yellow, I'm just going to very lightly put down some blue. And then go over the top with it in white. Just building it up. Bye, Jude. I think I'm going to need something a bit harder, guys, so just bear with. do feel like I should have used my artwork paper for this, because when I use these pencils for the link image that I had, I used the artwork paper and it has a bit more of a texture to it. And the pencils seem to hold a bit nicer on them, but this one's a bit more smooth. And it's not really letting the pigment in. So just gotta work with it though. What's going on with Dave? I've lost. Oh yeah, Deb, your butterfly was really good, mate. I don't know why you're doubting yourself. I need a cool grey. Get my grey set out. Maybe a darker one. Bye, Sharon. Thanks for dropping in. No problem, Dev. Thanks for dropping in. See you later, mate. So yes, also as well for Thursday challenge, if you do want to take part in the rain event, as I say, if you pop over to my Facebook group, Colour with Canvas, go to the event page, and then you can get the image. There's a link there, and you can take part. And the challenge is neon and glow. So what I'm wanting people to do who take part is to use their neons, or try and make the image look glowy. I thought it'd be nice to see some bright glowing colors, and just really experiment with it. So I just thought it'd be fun. Welcome back, Kim. Bye, Victoria. Have I got a blender? Yep. Paul Colorist Blur. Because the way that Mayumi's done the neck bit shadowing here is originally it's been done in graphite. So to colour on the top of it and try and get the colour version of it in, it's quite difficult because there was never really any sort of colour there to begin with. It was just done black and white as an image, as graphite. Thanks, man. We'll get there, even though I'm battling with this paper because these pencils are not taking this paper very well. Or should I say the other way around, the paper's not taking these pencils very well. But even though they are great pencils, I've used them on the Artway paper and that takes them perfect. But it just goes to show your paper is just as important as your quality of pencils. Mm. Oh, Nick, that's a fabulous colorist. Yeah, she's fantastic. She's a little gem. I absolutely love having her as one of my admins and a good friend. She's even though we've never met, she's been through ups and downs with us, and I don't know what to do without her. Hi, May. Hi, Sabrina. See if I can, I'll bring you a little bit closer, see if this helps. Take you over right there. Thanks, Dana. So after this live stream, guys, I'm going to be watching Game of Thrones. So we'll see what's happening with that, because after last week's episode, I was like, oh, don't leave it there. But yeah, just I've been leaving my drink then. I've not had any. for a while. That's nice. You've never seen Game of Thrones? Oh my god. Holly, where have you been? It's too warm. Cool that down. This skin is going to take a while. It needs a lot of work put into it. That's because most grayscale images, when you are grayscale, they originally were colored and then they were scanned in black and white to make grayscale. But this original artwork was done in graphite, so it was originally black and white. So there was no sort of what's the word I'm looking for? An indication of where colors were, different colors were to sort of the lines. Because it was just black and white, it's a lot more softer looking. I don't know if you can see that because on my end it's not a great image. So May is actually currently working on a book at the moment. She's just released Enchantress 3 Grayscale book, which is a fantastic book. But she's currently working on a line art book, which is all about florals, ladies and florals. So that's due out soon.
I'm just trying different pencils on this paper, guys, because as much as I love the polycolour pencils, they're not taken to this smooth paper, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to use different pencils, I think. Yeah, the great on more textured paper, I would say, Helen. This is a bit too smooth. However, polychromos should be fine. You can always count on polychromos, that is. Bye, Becky.
Yeah, they do need more. They do need a bit of texture. I've learned that the hard way today. It's fine. I can just go over the top with polys because there's some pigment there. I'm not going to have to work it as hard. But hey, it's a learning process. Bye, Christine. There's so much work I've got to do in regards to colouring. I've got all the Mer-May to do. Then I am doing something channel, which is a body colour, and being teamed with Rosalind. And we're doing some from the other side of sleep by the Carolina Cube Bosquia, and we're doing the Raven image. It's not a highly detailed image, so hopefully it just means I'll be able to get it done quicker. Do you know if anybody's due on anytime soon, guys? Is anyone due on? I'm not going to be taking over anyone's time. Yeah, Shadow, guys. Shadow. Hey, baby. Hello. Bye, Helen. Oh, you're just being kind. It's not. It's not looking at anything at the moment. I don't think I'm using the caddy paper. I think I might have picked up some cardstock by accident because it's way too smooth. And I noticed when I normally colour on caddy's paper, it's not this smooth. Hi, Sabrina. Thanks for dropping in. Bye, Holly. Is Nick and Tina on now, guys? Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay, so I've got no rush then. Because I know Belinda's not due on until an hour and a half time. I think Mia and Sammy on as well. Although I'll probably be in bed by then. I'm so tired. What time is Pat on? No problem, Nicola. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a mod. I thought there was a joint one, me, you, Belinda, and Sammy. There was a notification, wasn't there, saying Tuesday 9 p.m. EST. So that would be today for Belinda. It'll be Tuesday today for Belinda. Ah, 12:30 tomorrow. That's fine then. I'm just getting so confused all these different time zones. Well, if it's tomorrow, I should be able to watch. Five CST. What times? So how many hours away is that? Hey, Shadow. 50 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this paper, guys. This paper is awful. This is definitely not the paper I normally use. Hi, Lorena. I'll try it on top. Hey, Donna. Seriously, guys, this paper is on my nerves. It is not doing what I want it to do with these pencils or any other pencils. I am getting annoyed. I'm trying to keep my chill. No, not an early show. We're going to go tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. GMT time. And he's booked tickets to see it in the gallery in IMAX. Gallery means that you get all your snacks included and it's all unlimited. And your drinks as well. So that's something to look forward to. It's a treat to ourselves. We haven't really been out properly together, just us two, for a while. And it's just nice to be able to get out of the house and and spend actually some quality time together somewhere else. I think in order to get this to work, I'm going to have to use a colorist blender. There is hacks for everything, guys. Who's being naughty now? What's up, Shadow? Shadow keeps coming in and out of the room. I think he's looking for company. Because Daddy's gone off to bed. So I thought we were going to stay up and watch Game of Thrones, but obviously not. Right, guys, let's move to some hair, shall we? To do something different. Just close a bit more info. I enjoy them. Some I enjoy more than others. I wouldn't say I'm a massive buff. David is massive superhero movie lover. I do enjoy them. I really do enjoy them, but I wouldn't say I'm like a super fan. Where David is. But I grew up enjoying like things like comic books and action figures, and I grew up with that sort of thing. So yeah, I do enjoy them. Right, hey, what colour should we do? Well, thank you. I'm sure I will. It's not a good quality though, Gary. Plus, it's one of those films that David is adamant that he has to see at the cinema, so we have to go and see it at the cinema. Abby, it's something that I probably would not want to explain on live video because I do not want to get in trouble or get anybody else in trouble. No problem, Donna. Where is my black? What's this? Brown. Night, Gary. Thanks for joining me, mate. Be finishing up soon anyway. Yeah, I can't really go into conversation about that one because we're on a streaming site and it's about streaming. I don't think it's really legal anyway. My more than likely. Hi, Lane. Hey Dev, welcome back. It's 2 seconds. I think my battery on my light is going, so I'm going to connect it to my USB. 2 seconds. There we go, the battery was going. Ha ha ha, Abby, that's funny. That's much better, I can see now. Yeah, I've just bought a new light, and it's wireless, and it has 3 different light settings on it, and it's a touch one, and you can adjust the height of the level of the light as well. And I think it was just running out of battery, so it started to slowly fade. But as soon as I plugged it in with the USB, it's dramatically changed. So maybe next time I'll just keep it in the USB plugged in, and therefore we'll not have any bother at all next time. Hi, Blender. Deb, I'm using polychromos because the polycolors were just not working on this horrible paper. I thought I picked up Kelly's paper, but I think I've picked up some regular cardstock instead, and it's just terrible to work with. It's too smooth, and it's just not doing anything. It's not even taking the color very properly. It just looks dull. But that's what I get for rushing and stressing before stream. I'm not so keen, Deb, if I'm honest. I love the image, but I just don't think this paper has helped me do it justice. So I'm a little bit disappointed. And I feel like I probably have to. I feel like I owe it to Mayumi to probably do it again on better paper. So I probably will try this image again in my own time. Because the colours I'm using are quite colourful and bright, but on paper they look muted and meh. And I think it's because it's just ordinary cardstock. Obviously, I thought it was the normal paper I used, but I picked up the wrong paper. As you can see, it's just the wax sticks on the top. I can do a comparison of that's way too bright. It's just not really showing very well on camera, guys, and I just think it's just this paper. Normal paper that I'm using. Let me just get some paper out. Yeah, it's wrong paper. So this is the normal paper that I use, guys. And listen to that ping. And then listen to this ping. It's different. It's a bit disappointing. How come one picture looks better over the other side? It'd just be the lighting. Nah. Well, guys, I'm probably gonna have to reattempt this one because this one I feel is a bit of a fail. We all have them. We all have times where we just have artist block and pen does not go right on paper. But this is purely because of the fact that I picked up this scrap bit of paper that was on top of my paper that I normally use for streaming and for art, and it turns out it's just a bit of craft paper. So yeah, not best pleased with that. Oh well, yeah, everything's a learning curve, isn't it? So guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to reattempt this tomorrow, and I'm going to post it on Instagram. So apologies for the major fail. But I'll try again tomorrow and use the Artway paper and see if that takes the pencils even better. And then I'll do a comparison next to each other if you want. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for watching me, and I'll see you next Thursday at 10 p.m. 9 p.m. GMT, which I've changed the time to on an hour earlier. So 9 p.m. GMT, and that is for the Rain Art Neon and Glow Challenge. So I look forward to that one. So thanks, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Love you all.